So we'll go very slowly and stop me where you feel or where you feel like you've lost me. Just stop me there. We'll repeat that part. How you know something now? So let's go slowly on that. So you have a perception of something. Okay? You have the experience, a phenomenal experience of something. So there's a perceptual input coming in, and you feel like I know this experientially. Okay? There's a body sitting in front of you. These words are being heard. So all these perceptions are happening. So that is one knowing. Okay? One. How you know the earth is round or spherical? It's a conceptual belief, actually. You see, you have a concept of it, which has come from credible sources. Our parents, our teachers, you see, have told us that the earth is spherical, and also there is perceptual evidence. You've seen photos. So you have the concept of something. So, for example, if I say there are trillions of stars in the sky, nobody has counted them. Maybe somebody has tried, but you see, it is a computation. You see? So you have a perceptional knowledge, you have a conceptual knowledge, and then you have a computational knowledge, like an inferential knowledge. Now, what knows all of this? Let me give you a simpler question. What knows your existence? What type of knowledge is your existence? How you know you exist? Do you have a perception of your existence? Huh? I say, can you stop being? Really? That being that did not stop, did you have a perception of it?
Idea.
Yes, but if that idea was not there, because all ideas, they come and go, does your existence also come and go with the idea? This we can check. So this we can check. Actually, in this moment, you have no idea, but you exist. You see? It takes a moment to pull an idea. You see? But your existence is prior to that. So this, just go deeply into the question, can I stop being? And in fact, try to stop being. Try to not be. Succeeding? Are you succeeding? If you try to not be now. Making progress? Cannot, isn't it? No matter how hard we try, this existence just exists effortlessly. That which exists effortlessly, no matter how much effort we make, it does not go away. So your existence is here. But the idea of it is coming and going. So it is independent of the idea of it, of the concept of it. Are you seeing your existence with your eyes? Are you hearing it with your ears? Smelling it with your nose? Tasting it with your tongue? Are any of these senses helping you figure out that you exist? So it is not a perception in that way. All the concepts also, we said, they are coming and going. So what is this knowing that knows of your existence? And does it know itself? See? That's how your question is answered. Because all these objects are the coming and going. That's why the sages are saying that that which is coming and going is not the reality. That which remains unchanging is the reality. See? Now, your question is that an object or a subject? And you say that I know it is the subject. You see? But how do I see this for myself? See? So, you know you exist or no? Yes. What knows that you exist? See? Now, when you say I am aware, It is the knowing of awareness itself. Self-awareness is evident in that statement, I am aware. Because when you say, I am sitting, you know what sitting is. I am standing, you know what standing is. I am angry, you know what anger is. You see, in the same way, when you say, I am aware, it is the dissolution of the subject-object relationship, but it is the subjective knowing of itself. You see? Awareness does not know itself as an object. Actually, it is beyond subject and object, isn't it? Maybe you lost me somewhere, but when we say, I am aware, what is it that we are referring to? You see, mind cannot help you. All concepts cannot help you. It has to become very, very innocent here. Because no concept, no learned knowledge, nothing can support us. Here we are blank. I am aware. What is the distinction between this I and aware? All objects are gone. They don't matter here. And this truth is apparent to you when you are empty of all notions. You see, this is the conundrum. We feel that we will know it when you have the right notion of it. But this self is completely known to itself. But when it plays with any notion of itself, it seems to lose itself. Are you with me? So, if you pick up any idea about it, that is not it. And as you empty of all ideas, that is it. Now, are you able to articulate it? Maybe not. Not yet, anyway. Are you able to explain it, what you found? No. Is your mind convinced that you found something? No. Sometimes it can be, mostly no. You see, because it'll keep saying, not yet, not yet, not there yet. It'll keep saying. So, independent of all of that, in this moment, you are it. Independent of whatever objects might be perceived. Independent even of this consciousness perceiver. Some of these words might not immediately hit home, but at least they get seeded. That which is aware, even of your existence, even aware of the perceiver itself, the phenomenal perceiver. Okay. So step back, you step back even from this play of subject and object. And we see that I am aware. Here all boundaries between the dynamic aspect of the self and the non-dynamic, the non-phenomenal aspect of the self start to dissolve, they start to fade away. All is the self here. No distinction is valid here. Who is the subject for who is the object for who, all this is gone. No. Well, in a way, but not really. Because all intelligence also is appearing from out of this only. So it is not a sort of an inert seeing. Many times you can pick up this idea, and many spiritual paths also have this idea that the self, the ultimate self, is like one, sorry to use the word, but dumb thing, just sitting there. No, but it is the supreme intelligence from which all intelligence arises. It is the all-knowing from which all these different types of knowing arise. You see, all this perceptual knowing, conceptual knowing, emotional knowing, knowing of existence itself, all of this comes from that. So that must be the source of all knowingness. But that knowingness is beyond mental comprehension. You see. That is the ground on which consciousness is born. It's not even ground like ground. That nothingness from which all things arise, that which is the source of all, gives birth to all, and yet remains untouched, dissolves all back into itself, and yet remains untouched. So it might seem like I don't get anything when I remain empty of concepts, but all of this becomes immediately apparent to you. You see? You might not have the words yet to translate this insight into explanation. And that is fine. That's why I keep saying that don't go with any inference. Stay with your natural insight, because that is all that is happening from here is the speaking of that. What is so natural to you right now? None of this has ever been lost in reality to you. Now, the only thing that we are dealing with is the withdrawal symptoms from concepts. Because if you see that as I am notionless, I am not suffering, I am not missing the truth also. It is so apparent. But when the concepts of my individuality start to come again, it seems like there is some magnetism in them. There is some power in them to grab us. So that's why Guruji says Satsang is the rehab for consciousness itself, by consciousness itself. And what is the discovery? Consciousness itself. This is the play. And once you have this longing for this in your heart, then no other play seems as sweet as this. When you see the pristine reality of you, then the play of shrugging off all this conceptual dust, you see, is the best. So we come to every day to satsang to shrug off this conceptual dust that we picked up along the way, and our pristine, shining truth is revealing itself.